Alright guys, so this is going to be what is the home of our new booth. So basically it's our first booth. The old booth is being moved to this area here. So everything is pretty much out, almost anyway. The owner of this old booth, we actually know them, and he said we can just get rid of the furniture, take it to Goodwill, because he doesn't want it. So we might hang on to this piece just for the time being. Haven't decided. Same with this. He had these shelves up on the wall, so I don't know if we're gonna just keep that stuff for now, just in case. We don't have anything, you know, set up yet or set in stone, but we do have this piece that we actually purchased off of Facebook Marketplace. It does light up. Obviously, it has shelves. What we liked about it is that it didn't have a door, so it's just going to be open and lit up. So, you know, that's just going to be perfect for us. And then we also have this piece, and we purchased this piece to sell on Facebook Marketplace, but we ended up deciding we're going to keep it. And this has the glass here.
I didn't even take it off Marketplace. I probably ask about it today.
And then we got to get rid of this stand as well. But this is the
favors I do for people.
This is pretty much where we're gonna be. So you'll see it all come together here. What booth number is this? 315. Remember that. Alright guys, so today is officially the day that Eric and I are going to be moving the booth. So we did bring in this piece. So this is a new piece we'll be displaying stuff on. You already saw those other two. So hopefully today everything's all going to come together. We were just at Lowe's. So this is like the back of the booth beside us. So our two big cases will sit here. And we're thinking about putting some sort of backdrop, like behind, I should say, those cases, so it's not so dark. So something white to kind of, you know, I mean, the cases are lit, but they're open as well. So we'll probably put something a little bright back there to just, you know, keep it bright, not so, you know, dark. Then we do have a matching piece from the old booth that's actually in our newer booth that we're going to be bringing over to put with the other matching pieces. So this is probably going to go over to our other booth in the meantime. It was the one piece we just kept that was here originally, just for the time being. Again, it's kind of like that white shelf where I don't necessarily want to keep it, but it's just going to, you know, come in handy in the meantime. So we got a lot to do. I brought my Hawken bag. I'm so excited to finally use this today. So I'll be filling this with stuff and wheeling it over to this booth. So it's definitely going to come in handy today, which is exciting. And Eric and I stopped and got coffee. So it's going to be a very busy day today, but you will see everything after it's all said and done.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, as Eric stated, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So we've just been pulling stuff. Obviously, where things are sitting is not where it's going to be. However, these pieces are going to stay there.
We're going to get some backing. So
yeah, so it's not as dark. But you guys know these things are lit up. So, but even still lit up with that dark backing is just gonna kind of drown out, I think, anyway.
Yeah,
it'll give it more of a brightness to it. Could do anything with it.
Monitors. And
then remember, Eric, you need to get a light bulb for that curio cabinet, because the light bulb in it is not strong enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I like my cabinets lit up when I can.
I do too. It helps. I mean, the lighting right here isn't that bad, but it was brighter in the hallway.
It's dark.
Yeah, the carpet is dark, so anytime we can have a little more lighting, I think will be good. And we'll probably have lamps in here too at some point when we have them for sale. I think our Burmese is going in the other booth actually, but we have plenty of lamps. So yeah, this is kind of where we're at. Just wanted to give you a little update, and we shall continue on. All right, just a little bit of an update. We're sweating like pigs here. Got everything lit up over here with the pegboard that Eric put on the back. So you see how nice and bright it is now compared to that gray in the background where it was. So obviously things are still every which way. Eric forgot to get the light for this video, so that's not going to be lit until we get a light bulb for it. We're about to bring over the glass case, so that'll sit right here. So we'll have to see room-wise, make sure those doors can open and close. But it's definitely coming back together, and that's what matters. Alright, another little bit of an update. We're coming along. It's coming along. I'm so exhausted. So there are some things, obviously, we still have to do, but this is the progress so far. So hopefully by the next time I turn this camera on, everything will be pretty well as it should. Hopefully, crossing fingers. Alright guys, so we are finished. This is the end result. Take you on a little tour. Some things obviously will look a little different compared to where we were in the last booth, but we put our bookcases over here. Everything's all lit up nice and good, just how we want it. Then got some stuff there at the top as always. Then we don't have as much room on the walls in this booth, which is perfectly fine. So we had to pick and choose what was going up on the wall. So some stuff we are taking back home, but we are utilizing still that long piece that matches the bookcases. So still all that's nice and lit up. Still have this triangular shaped shelf, however it's kind of cut off. The other piece, I think Eric got, it's in the truck because we couldn't fit the other side of it. So, and then as well as this curio, need to get that light bulb for it. So that will eventually be a little more nicely lit up. And then over here we have this shelf that we just brought in, and then we're still utilizing this smaller shelf. However, we are going to be on the lookout for a taller shelf to kind of hide, you know, the other person's booth stuff, you know what I mean, to make it a little more cohesive right in this area. And then obviously we still have our real big tall glass shelf here. So, and then in the middle, obviously my water bottle will be leaving, but we just have the little glass table. And then we did actually buy this Longaberger rack from another vendor to hang some of our Longaberger baskets and things on. And I might even utilize this for maybe some vintage purses and things like that from, you know, time to time. I did bring in like a little straw vintage beach tote. So I just wanted to make sure that, you know, there was gonna be plenty of room for people to come in and go around and look, because me personally, when I'm shopping, that's like one thing I'm like hesitant about, going into some booths. If I feel like it's real tight, I get a little like eek, because I don't want to bump into anything or knock anything over, because I'm pretty klutzy. So I like the fact that we have this really large walkway to get through. And you also have to think about people who are coming through that might, you know, be using a cane or a walker or something like that. You want them to be able to still come in safely and safely exit the booth as well, because there have been booths I've went in that I've gotten stuck in. Like there's no exit, there's one entrance, and then you have to go the whole way around to get back out. So that's just kind of, I like how it all ended up. I think it's perfect. There's still a couple little things that, you know, I want to get to be, you know, perfect, but I'm really happy with how this all turned out and our new location. So those of you who are local and come to our booth, we are at our new booth at 315. We still are we're no longer in the hallway, but we still do have our other booth. And we're right beside Racing Through Time. So you guys who are local will recognize these booths. I'm right across from this one that has a lot of like the military type stuff. And then we're right beside this one here, which I think is booth 514. And it's down this hallway where the rack books are. All the books. Here comes Eric. What's that, Eric? Oh, what is am I not gonna like?
Head over to the other booth.
Should I get my water?
I'll take it. You got it. Let's go.
Okay.
It's gonna bug you.
Oh, what's gonna bug me? Wait, what booth?
This one over here.
Okay. I'm still thinking like old booths and like the hallway. It's like there's nothing. There's nothing there.
Because I just noticed something.
Oh no. That I'm not going to like?
Yep.
Great.
You can show off my vase too.
Oh, the little one that you brought in?
No, the big one. I don't know if you ever put that on video or not.
The white one?
The cactus.
The cactus. Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's what. Look at the cactus face. Does your tag say Castus? She's
what?
Like,
What's a castus? Oh my goodness. That's horrible. Well, thankfully, I have big tags and a marker.
Okay. I just noticed it. I was like...
Is that what you said I'm not going to like?
Yeah. You're not going to like
I have to fix
your spelling error.
Oh my gosh, he just had to call me out on that.
Did you ever show him that?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's fancy stuff.
Yep, this is another Joe Peters. If you guys remember that glass beehive vase we sold, this is by the same guy.
Yeah, this one is not perfect.
Yeah, there's a couple
just
issues.
kind of little hair.
But it's one of those one-of-a-kind pieces.
Yeah, you're not going to find another one.
All right. Oh,
all right,
we did put this little guy in.
That was Herb Thomas.
This booth today, but I think that's all we.
Pretty well.
Yeah, we did. I don't think I showed this. We have this piece. It does have, you know, obviously shelves, but we need to clean them and bring in some stuff to fill that. And then this was the table that was left over from the booth we moved into that belonged to the man previously who, you know, we got rid of the furniture for him. We did bring that over, so we're just utilizing that also for the time being.
Just why not?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's kind of like this white one.
Yeah,
still have this.
6 months later, it's still there.
That's so funny. I wonder what was sitting there.
I don't know. I feel like it was empty last time I was here.
Okay. Alrighty.
You want to do something about that label? Do you have... Is it down in the drawer?
Alright, well, whatever. Well, anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.